Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for stopping by to check out this analysis on Tesla. A little bit overdue. I was supposed to do this last week, but anyway, here I am now. So let's make the best of it. We had a video done, I think it was back in March, called Revised Level, which is this video here, updated on the 26th of March. Tesla update, plan the trade and be prepared. In which case, this was the previous correction, okay, back in 2022. And essentially, we were just comparing the current price action at the time with that previous correction. And lo and behold, it went pretty much perfectly. So we come right into that 786. So if you've been following any of my work and you were fortunate enough to take any of those longs, you should have been pretty happy because we're going to look now on the chart of where price did end up going. So I saved this as revised level, which is here, and we can see here. So I've done this just to make it easier for you to see. I'm just going to change this to maybe green, bright green. That's good. Okay, so you can see this was the last correction, right? And we come into that 786. So in that previous video, I also said, now if I put the candles on, yeah, you can see we touched it here. So we've come in and touched it on the 11th of March, and then we come and back test that level on the 9th of April, and there's the confirmation. So we got this beautiful move to the upside off that 786. Currently coming all the way up to $352 off of 212, which was basically a 65% move to the upside. So been quite a phenomenal run on Tesla. So the question now is, we're going to forget that trade and we're going to move on, and we're going to try and decipher where we go from today's price action. So I've already prepared something. And I will just bring that up on the screen. So I've got that as higher time frame. Okay, so when I kind of zoomed out, I kind of see this channel, which was well respected. So these highlighters kind of are pointing out basically those points on the channel of how the channel is respected. So you can see from the middle of the channel up to the top of the channel, coming down into the middle of the channel. So I know this is a higher time frame. And again, right to the bottom of the channel, up to the middle. This is 2023 now. So, and here we are, 2024 in April. We've come all the way to the top of the channel, 497. That's December 24. Coming back down. So this is basically where we took the long, coming all the way up. Now, ideally, we want to, come and reclaim this 382, and we could push up to this area here, like up to this 618, the 40-30 level. And I do actually have a higher target of, the 560. That's a one-to-one extension that I've obviously previously pulled on Tesla. So that is my higher time frame target is, for up here, which, I can see over time, but, don't mix my words. I'm not suggesting that we couldn't come down before we get there. But the point is, over time, I can see us basically coming up out of this channel, for example, and sniping that level. Whether we end up going back inside of the channel afterwards, or we just build on there, like we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know that. So we can just take it level by level, right? So, but in the meantime, we are sitting pretty much at the middle of the channel. Now, tonight, when the market opens, and depending on how that market opens, whether we gap up, whether we gap down, will obviously, affect things on Monday when equities open. So, it's at the moment, it's, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's not tradable, but it's in the middle of this range on the higher time frame. So you really want to be looking for a correction to a move down, looking for longs, and obviously a move up to be looking for shorts. So we're going to take this off, and then we'll go to a lower term time frame now. So I just wanted to point that out, and we go down to the 4 hour, okay, and just make it a little bit more like this. And I have higher time, no, not that one, wrong one, sorry. Value zones, there we go. Okay, so I've got these zones. So we have the higher time frame, value area high. You can see here, if we look back, okay, we're focused on this one. We come underneath that, and then we get our move straight down to the point of control, down to the value area low, and we stay kind of basically bouncing off both of those. Right now, we're sitting at the top of the value area high and beneath there, and we've closed beneath that. So we could potentially from here, if I just change this, just pull to there, we could get a move down into this kind of gap that you see here. 309, which is 10%, 11%, something like that. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get that, then we push all the way down to that point of control, which is around about 280. And bearing in mind, I think I've taken it off now, but we do have some results. I've forgotten how to put that back on. Bear with me a second. It's gone, but I'm pretty sure those results come at the end of June. So I think it's 20 something of June for Tesla numbers, and I think depending on what they are is going to decide essentially where we end up eventually. But I know that's at the end of this month. So I would suggest marking these levels on your chart and setting alerts meanwhile. So down here we also have monthlies. So yeah, quite probable for price to perhaps eventually kind of gravitate down into this zone here. Perhaps get a bounce off of here, and eventually come down and tap that point of control. You've also got these pivots, which I think they are untapped monthly pivots. So that's also just another confluence that that could come into fruition. So something like that at the moment. So it's pretty much within this range, this 220, 350 range, which is what I'm basically keeping my eye on. So, and like I say, on the higher time frame, you can see we're just in that middle of that channel. So, yeah, pretty much that's all I've got on Tesla at the moment. But it's going to be updated throughout the week, depending on obviously how the market opens and as data comes in. So, I'm not too sure how we look for data this week. Let's have a look on the calendar. Okay, so yeah, pretty big week ahead in terms of economic data. So yeah, let's wait and see. So anyway, I hope I'm going to leave this as a neutral, although obviously longer term, higher time frame, I am bullish on Tesla, as I've given you that 1-to-1 target. But this also, could be a great short here because. This also could be a great short here because, if we are to do something like this, for example, where we do something like that, come back up, this could be a stop here and nice invalidation, and then something like that, just like this. So yeah, that's one idea, and of course you also have the long idea. So yeah, we've covered both bases. So thanks for listening. And if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I welcome all your comments, and I really appreciate your support. So thank you very much. And I wish you a great week ahead and a great week ahead. Thank you.